Wait a minute, I'm just making it live.
Okay, sir. Okay, please.
Okay, you can start now.
Okay, sir. Good morning to one and all. I welcome to ESTDP once again in dairy business management during and post COVID-19. We have the great three scientists with us. First one, Dr. Pradeep Behere, sir, is a scientist in NDRI Karnal, National Dairy Research Institute, in Dairy Microbiology Division, ICR NDRI Karnal. He's working from there 2011. He's graduated in Dairy Technology from College of Dairy Technology, Pusat, Maharashtra in 2001 and completed his master from SMC College Dairy Science, Anand, Gujarat in 2004. He did his doctorate work in Dairy Microbiology from NDRI Karnal, Haryana in 2008. He served to industries like Amul Dairy, Anand, Jagjit Industries, then Kapurthala Industries, Punjab, and Vadilal Ice Cream Plant, Boisar, Maharashtra. He worked as an assistant professor in Department of Dairy Microbiology at College of Dairy Technology, Udil, during 2019 to 2010. His research area are isolation and characterization of lactic acid and probiotic bacteria, production and characterization of functional molecules from lactic acid bacteria such as exopolysaccharides, vitamins, and low-calorie sugars, proteomics of probiotic bacteria. He has made a significant contribution to the field of dairy science. He has developed and commercialized cost-effective technologies on bioprocess for direct fat cell cultures, mishti dahi, sour dahi, low-fat dahi, and low-fat lassi. He is also a part of NCDC National Collection of Dairy Cultures, which is a repository for dairy starter culture in India. He has handled the extremely funded project from DST, SCRB, MOFI, ICR, etc. Dr. Behere has published more than 50 scientific research publications and review articles in high-impact journals. Dr. Behere has published more than 50 research and review articles. Also, he is a recipient of several oral and poster awards during national and international conferences. While his contribution is recognized by India's best academic like NAAC, National Academy of Agricultural Sciences, New Delhi, National Academy of Dairy Science of India, Karnal, Society for Uplift of Rural Economy, Varanasi. Sir has many more contribution towards teaching, research and extension. Thank you, sir, and welcome to the ESTDP on dairy business management during and post COVID-19. Okay, second expert is my guru, Dr. A.V. Dhotre, sir. He is Anant Vishwanath Dhotre. Sir has completed their bachelor degree in dairy technology from MAPSU Nagpur, Maharashtra Animal Fishery Sciences, University Nagpur, and MTech from Anand AAU, Anand Agriculture University. Sir's topic was developed SSHE based machine for continuous thermization of Srikhand. Sir presently working as an assistant professor in Department of Dairy Engineering, College of Dairy Technology, Varud, Pusat, MAPSU, Nagpur. Sir having the 9 years of experience as assistant professor. Then sir currently pursuing the PhD Dairy Engineering at SRS NDR Bangalore. Sir having the 5 best poster and paper presentation award from national and international conferences. Sir having 7 research publication, 13 research and scientific papers, and sir has published 5 manuals and booklets. Dr. Dhotre sir's specialization or area of interest is concentration of drying of milk, mechanization of traditional Indian dairy product, innovative technology in dairy and food processing industries for energy efficiency. Thank you, Dotre sir, and welcome to the ESTTP. Third expert, Dr. Rekha Rani madam. She is working as an assistant professor in Shorts University, Allahabad. Madam has completed PhD Dairy Technology from India National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal, and Madam having industry experience. She worked as a quality assurance, executive quality assurance officer at Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, Amul. I welcome you all on the behalf of Parul University. So I request to Bere sir, please start the session. Bere sir,
Okay, thank you.
welcome, sir.
Yeah, I first of all, a very good morning to all of you. I thank the organizer of the Parul Institute of Technology, especially Dr. Kere, who has kindly, invited me to deliver my lecture on the topic safety aspects of fermented milk products. The topic which I am going to cover under this presentation, the different types of fermented milk products, their safety issues, and also their health beneficial roles in general and in relation to the COVID-19, and then the strategies which we can apply to control this kind of or target these issues. Now, and I request Dr. Kere to please share my screen. Yeah, thanks, Dr. Kere, and I apologize for the this kind of inconvenience. Uh, the topic of my presentation: safety of fermented milk products, and yeah. Uh, Hello, Dr. Kere, I cannot see my screen. Okay, so this already I have told this is the outline of my presentation. So I'll be talking about the fermented milk products, their health benefits in relation to COVID-19, food safety aspects, which especially targeting the role of different materials, processing aspects, storage, and the strategies to address the safety issues. Next, please. Uh, Fermented milk, especially these are the type of product where we add some beneficial organism, or we call them as a starter culture or our lactic acid bacteria. And when they are added into the milk, they bring some desirable changes in terms of the production of certain vital molecules and also some acids. So which adds to the value or which improves the product quality. When we talk about the fermented milk products, so the art of fermentation is mainly learned by the mankind uh, by accident. But we know that the fermented milk products are known for many years, and even Lord Krishna used to take a makhan, which was to prepare from a product called curd or dahi. Now, the scientific evidences for the use of fermented milk, especially with relation to their therapeutic benefit, was first put in the beginning of 19th century by Nobel laureate Ali Mechnikov, who has shown that the beneficial effect of fermented milk, especially for the Bulgarian people who were living long. And then in the mid of the 19th century, many studies were carried out, especially in relation to the microbiology of fermented milks and their understanding their metabolism, and several studies were carried out just to understand the interaction between the microorganism and the milk compounds. Now we have more than thousands of different types of products available across the globe. Next, next, please. So now coming to the global market. So it is before COVID-19. So it was projected to dollar US dollar 396 billion by 2026. In a similar way, as the starter cultures are also the basic material which is required to manufacture fermented milk products, and considering their significant percentage in the fermented milk products, the starter culture industry is also going to increase in the coming years. So when we talk about the different types of fermented milk products, these can be categorized based on the type of culture, the method of manufacture, and the country of origin. Especially when we say type of culture, so these products can be categorized as a mesophilic product like culture buttermilk, thermophilic products, yogurt and dahi, and the therapeutic product where we use the probiotic cultures, and these are certain like acidophilus milk and Yakult like product. Some yeast and molds are also being added, and the products like kefir, kumis, and the different types of cheeses and willy are being prepared. Next. Depending on the country of origin and the manufacturing methods, several products have been already reported, and we know that certain products like dahi, cultured buttermilk, or chas, and lassi, these are known to us. Even some product like yogurt and the Yakult, which are also now in Indian market. But these products have common but slight variation in their method of manufacture, and this makes these products some kind of specific characters to be developed, and that is why they are very much specific to particular region or the country. Next. When we talk about the nutritional aspect of the fermented milk products, they have nutritionally rich, and this is because of the presence of fat, protein, and carbohydrate, and the total energy what we get, that is official amount. So we can say that the fermented milk products are the product which can give a good amount, good quantity of nutrition to the our body. Next. Now, just a little bit about the health aspect of this either fermented milk products or the probiotic. So the fermented milk products are where we can use the starter cultures, or sometimes we use the probiotic cultures. So starter culture are the broader group, and under the starter cultures, the probiotic organisms also comes. And when the starter cultures or the probiotic are added, they can give a health benefit. Starter cultures can sometimes give you a general benefit, whereas probiotics can give a specific kinds of health benefits. Next. So a number of health benefits have been attributed to the fermented milk product, especially when the interaction between the milk and the culture, either it's a starter culture or the probiotic culture, so they are going to give some kind of health benefit. And the proven health benefits are mainly, this the gastrointestinal, curing gastrointestinal disturbances. Although there are some other health attributes have been reported, like curing gastric ulcer and uh, helpful for the lactose intolerance and some other aspects. Next. Besides the culture, when we make a fermented milk products, some useful compounds, low molecular weight compounds are produced, which not only adds to the product quality but also sometimes gives the health benefit. For example, vitamins which can add to our to tackle some of the vitamin associated deficiency, low calorie sugars which can be useful for diabetic peoples. Likewise, there are number of molecules which has been produced by the starter culture in the fermented milk product. So overall, these products can be very useful for the health of the people. Certain fermented milk products and especially the culture, they have shown some antiviral properties also, and these antiviral properties have been attributed to the adhesion inhibition or antagonistic activity, and the more important one is the immune modulation. So these products or these cultures, when we take it, so it strengthens our immune system so that we can become more resistant to various kinds of infections or the diseases. Next. Now, just coming to the very interesting topic nowadays, we say about the COVID-19, the fermented milk products, and the probiotic have a major role in that. So, come, please next slide. Yeah. So we know that the SARS-CoV coronavirus 2, which is the responsible for causing the COVID-19. So this virus can affect almost all body parts. Especially when it start, it affect the respiratory tract. But when the severe goes on, it later on it passes to the different organs like kidney, and then intestine, liver, and so many organs. And ultimately, we can see that it can affect from head to toes. Next. So now there are some reports which indicates that when we use a probiotic or probiotic based product, they can be very useful in the flattening the curve of the COVID-19, and this has been also shown by certain clinical studies. Next. So these are the studies which shows that different probiotic strains were used and which has been found to be effective to reduce COVID-19 symptoms, especially reduced in the duration of respiratory tract infections, and also controls the pneumonia-like symptoms. And after taking this kind of probiotic or the probiotic-based product, it has shown some improvement in the COVID-19 cases. Also, if you look at the WHO survey, so now the consumers are very much aware, and because of the naturalness and the healthy image of these fermented milk products, so now consumers also are looking towards the product which are naturally natural products, and also can give a very some kind of additional benefits, and the fermented milks are the better one. So there is no any replacement for some these kind of products. Although dairy industry there is no problem, but still people have some doubt about the frozen dairy product like ice cream and like other frozen products, because of the these products are being stored at low temperature. But as far as the fermented milk product is concerned, there is still no any kind of hiccups, and they will be majorly accepted by all kinds of people. Next. So now, despite of all the health benefits and all possible roles, especially in the human system, there are some concerns that we need to understand when we make a fermented milk products. Although these products have a long history of safe use and low pH, especially 4.5 to 4.9, that do not allow the microbial organisms to grow, and some especially contaminants to come and transfer. But there is a concern when the certain things are not taken care, like use of raw materials or the manufacturing steps, and also there is now emerging pathogens are being coming, which can show their in low infectivity doses. So these all issues needs to be addressed when we talk about the fermented milk products. So like to other dairy products, fermented milk products are also likely to show three different types of problems. Especially, I have categorized those in the case of raw fermented milk products, like raw material, the manufacturing steps, and post-process associated problems. And together, this raises the food safety issues, or they can cause the spoilage and economic losses to the dairy industries. Next. So coming to the raw material, especially raw milk, which is the basic material for the manufacture of fermented milk products. So basically, three types of hazards can be seen, like physical hazard, microbiological hazards, and the chemical hazards. Physical hazards, what we can see by our naked eye, whereas the microbiological and the chemical hazards we cannot see, and they can be present in the raw milk. In the chemical hazards, mainly pesticides, antibiotics, and the certain toxin we call as aflatoxin produced by some fungi. They can be an important one. So now I will just discuss one by one the different biological hazards and the chemical and the physical one. So most important are the biological and chemical. Here, raw milk contaminated with some pathogenic species, strains like Staphylococcus aureus, Escherichia coli O157, and Listeria monocytogenes. So when these are present in the raw milk, and when the raw milk is produced from such a product, these cultures are also found to be present in the further final product like cheese, yogurt, and different types of cheeses. The several studies have already shown this, the threat of this when the raw milk is being used. Next. In the past, there are some deaths have also been reported because of the consumption of fermented milk product, which was especially made from unprocessed milk. Some pathogenic strains like Listeria monocytogenes, Salmonella, and E. coli, pathogenic E. coli strains have been implicated with the deaths. But these reports are early until early years, not now, because now everything is being taken care by the food safety procedures. Next. Okay. Uh, in addition, to earlier threat to the human health, there are some spoilage problems also, which we can often see in the fermented milk product. Although they do not have much impact on the health, but these are directly related to the product quality, and especially will cause economic losses. This has been reported with certain spoilage causing organisms like coliform and some lactobacillus species. Okay. Coming to the chemical hazards or chemical risks, the aflatoxin, which is produced by certain mold species, and after the consumption of feed and fodder by the animal, this aflatoxin can get into the animal and then subsequently into the milk. In the form of aflatoxin can have various adverse effects like kidney failure, like liver damage, mutagenesis, and carcinogenic effect. Next. So these aflatoxins have been already reported in different types of fermented milk products, especially yogurt, and then different types of cheeses. So these aflatoxins were crossing their limit than the whatever was prescribed by the food regulatory authorities. Next. Another important chemical contaminants are the pesticides. Pesticides are being used in the agricultural sector, but these pesticides can also come into the fermented milk products by different way, from different sources, and these have some especially impact on the human health, but especially on the pregnant women and the children's. The another aspects will be the issues that we can correlate with the technological aspects, especially failure of the starter cultures. Next. So it has been shown that certain pesticide residues like diodrin, DDT, this has been found to be present in different types of cheeses and also in the milk. But subsequently, when we manufacture the product, they are also likely to come in these. And these pesticides has already shown some negative effect on the starter culture. Okay, next. Coming to the antibiotic residues, so we all know that what is the impact of antibiotics if they are present. They are not only causing problem to our health, but also important as far as the antibiotic resistance or transferable antibiotic resistance among the pathogenic organism. So number of fermented milk products have been already shown that the antibiotics are still present even after the processing. Next. There is another study which shows that the number of samples which were tested from the market, out of that 50% of the lebanon sample, which is similar to our dahi, and the yogurt samples were showing the presence of tetracycline and the penicillin. So indicating that the cause of concern for that. After the raw material, next please. Yeah, after the raw material, the important aspect or safety issues which we need to consider, that is during the manufacturing process, and especially the heat treatment. Although heat treatment is done somewhat higher temperature, but there are still certain organisms or the toxins, especially produced by some unwanted organism like Staphylococcus toxin and the Bacillus toxin, which is the heat stable, and when they are present, they can cause some damage or food poisoning effect. Coming to the factors again with uh, these organisms, it has been shown that due to the process problems like improper storage or temperature, these pathogenic strains were also found to be present in different yogurt and the different cheese samples. Next, next. Hello. Next, please. Hello. Yeah. There is another important aspects after the processing condition, that is the storage and the packaging. uh, Fluctuation in the storage and temperature can cause some problems. Yeah, and these kind of problems or these kind of issues can be evaluated or needs to be monitored by applying certain techniques like and we can do this by applying some phenotypic methods and chromatographic methods, where we can use these methods can be used to monitor the presence of contaminants, whether it is a biological one or the chemical one. Next. Already we know that there are strategies which can tackle those issues, and HACCP, which is the very well known, and almost all the industries are being followed the HACCP just to take care of the safety aspects. Another way of controlling the safety, that will be the use of certain cultures like biocontrol. This is one of the prominent area which can be looked into. Next. Yeah, HACCP. I will not talk much about HACCP because most of the things already are in place, and HACCP is mainly takes care of the material or product right from the beginning of use of raw material to the finished product until it reaches to the consumer. So it identifies CCPs and convert it in a very efficient way. Another strategy where that can be used to target or control the safety aspects, use of certain different molecules like bacteriocins and the protective cultures and the bacteriophages. So now the researchers are being also coming forward that the bacteriophages is being also used to kill some of the unwanted or pathogenic organisms besides your protective culture or the bacteriocins. Next. Yeah. So now just I want to just mention here, looking to the COVID-19 situation, are our fermented milk products are carrier for SARS coronavirus 2? According to the FAO, so the FAO has put up 10 things, and out of that, which mentions that the food is the appropriate medium vehicle for coronavirus. Yeah. Hello. Can you go some background noise? Can you go back? Hello. 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 Yeah, just that was the previous slide. Yeah. So according to the FAO, as I was talking, that whether our fermented milk products are safe uh, or not in relation to the SARS coronavirus 2. So FAO suggests that food so far foods are not the problem where the coronavirus cannot get transferred. Okay, IDF says that there is no evidence that it can transfer to the cattle, and no spread through the food products. And in the dairy industry, or it is a usual practice to go pasteurize the milk, so there is no threat because pasteurization will take care of all those viruses. Then this coming to the safety issue, although coronavirus is not a problematic, but still there are some concern which has been shown to the probiotic use of probiotic in the past. Some side effects have been shown, like systemic infection, deleterious metabolic activities, excessive immune stimulation, and the gene transfer. So next. Yeah. So the report says that whatever the probiotic side effects which have been having, observed, those were with the persons with the immunocompromised, or they were immune suppressed, or they were underlying with different multiple disease conditions like organ transplantation. So we cannot conclusively say that the probiotic can cause a side effect. But still, yes, we need to assess the probiotic before their use. So coming to the conclusion, so outbreak of the various diseases through fermented milk products were in the past, and that were because of the use of unprocessed milk. Second thing, screening procedure for presence of various hazard molecules needed to be strengthened. Although there are, although our fermented milk industry, dairy industry are well tackling these issues. Fermented milk have a healthy image, but we cannot avoid the possibility of uh, presence of this chemical and the microbial risk. Implementation of HSF and the use of bioproductive cultures are already taking care of these issues. Fermented milk products, or especially the probiotic, can be used as a prophylaxis for controlling the COVID-19. I cannot say this is the treatment, but you can take it as a preventive measures. And when we say the probiotic or the products, so safety issues need to be addressed, and we need a lot of research, especially when we say that probiotic or fermented milk products can control the COVID-19 issue. So we need a lot of studies. We need to understand the interaction between the coronavirus and the fermented milk products. Next. Thank you very much, and thank you, and sorry for the inconvenience in between.
Hello, thank you very much,
Hello.
Dr. Bere sir. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Pradeep Bere sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry for the inconvenience in between. It's because of the internet problem. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thanks for a wonderful presentation on safety aspects of the strategies of the safety aspect of fermented milk product. Thank you very much. The second expert is Dr. A.V. Dhotre, sir. He's assistant professor in Department of Dairy Engineering, College of Dairy Technology, Varur, in Maharashtra Animal Fisheries Sciences University, Nagpur. Sir, please, am I audible to you, Dhotre, sir? Dhotre, sir? Dhotre, sir? Dhotre, sir? Dhotre, sir? I am handing this session to you, Dhotre, sir. Dhotre, sir? Dhotre, sir? हेलो धोत्रे सर, बेरे सर आप अनम्यूट कर दीजिए, आप बेरे सर अनम्यूट कर दीजिए,
Yes,
आप
yes.
अनम्यूट।
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir, having some problem. Dhotre sir, okay, he is joining now. Dhotre sir,
Yeah, yes, I am on
ah, sir.
line.
Yes, sir.
Am I
Okay,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir, you are audible. You can share your screen. Firstly, you start your session, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, sir.
Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Am I visible?
No, sir, not yet. You have to start your camera.
Yeah, I have started it.
हाँ ये सर मिनिमाइज कर दीजिए आपका ब्राउजर मिनिमाइज कर दीजिए
हाँ,
आपने प्रेजेंटेशन किया है मिनिमाइज प्लीज पीपीटी
okay.
ओपन कीजिए आपका पीपीटी ओपन कीजिए
Yes, it is open.
सर प्लीज
Yes, it is. Am I audible?
you are audible but not visible. I think there is some camera problem. You can share your PPT as per discussion. Please share your PPT. Present now.
Just a minute, just a minute. How to
Where is your sir? Where is your name? Somewhere to there. One second. Where is your star? Right there. You press on press it. You what is the to ping it sir? Ping it.
hanging, no?
धोत्रे सर
Yes.
आप आपका पीपीटी प्रेजेंट शेयर
Just a minute, just a minute.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
You light will cut. This is whereas it is
So actually on my screen, Bere sir is still presenting. So that's why I am not able to share my.
Please stop that YouTube live session. Please stop
Pardon?
that one. Please stop YouTube live session. Please stop that one.
Okay.
It is stopped.
Please, please pause. Yeah, you can stop that YouTube live session. Only
Yes,
you
it
have
is
to present.
paused. It is paused.
Okay.
Okay.
Please share. Please share your screen.
chapter.
Bridges sir.
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Ma'am, please start.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you to Dr. Vijay Kele and congratulations to Pari University for organizing such a wonderful training and inviting me to deliver a talk on COVID-19 and its effect on traditional Indian dairy products. I will give brief about traditional Indian dairy products as these products are good vehicle to incorporate herbs and spices and to boost our immunity. So please start the slides. Kele sir.
Yes, ma'am. Please wait a 1 minute.
Yes.
Wait a 1 minute.
We celebrate our every good news with sweets, and each festival and occasion like birthday, marriage anniversary and many more functions are incomplete without these sweets. And during lockdown, people face difficulties in celebrating birthday, marriage anniversaries due to the less availability of these sweets as the all shops were closed, transportation problem and branded sweets were limited. So and most of the people are not known about how to prepare it because some of these sweets takes longer time to prepare, and people stays in nuclear family, so they are unable to prepare the sweets. And nowadays it's a big issue of getting sweets for celebrating our functions. Like few days back the board result declared, and I heard from lot of people that they are not getting these sweets during lockdown.
Ma'am, carry on. It will start soon. It will take time.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how. It's a technical problem. Please carry on with your laptop presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, carry on.
Milk is a complete food. It composed of fat, protein, vitamins, minerals, and today consumer need health conscious and convenient food product. And traditional Indian dairy products are the part of Indian culture from time immemorial, and these are enjoyed by mass appeal. If we will do the business of these traditional Indian dairy products, there is a appreciable profit margin, and the current total milk production is 187.7 million metric ton, and out of this 50% milk is converted into traditional Indian dairy products. If we will see the classification of traditional Indian dairy products, like heat desiccated products. So in this process, moisture is removed by a continuous heating process, and the intermediate product is khoa, and it's classified into dhap, pindi, danedar. The khoa based sweets are peda, barfi, kalakand, milk cake, gulab jamun. Other heat desiccated products are basundi, rabri. Under heat and acid coagulated products, in this process the moisture is removed by coagulation process, and the major intermediate products are paneer, chana. Chana is used for preparation of various sweets such as sandesh, rasgulla, kheer mohan, rasmalai, and paneer is used for preparation of various culinary dishes. Under fermented products, these are beneficial microorganisms for good for health, and major fermented products are dahi, curd, mishti dahi, chakka, shrikhand. From the curd, we can make buttermilk, lassi, chakka, shrikhand, and mishti dahi. Ghee, makhan, malai comes under fat-rich dairy products, and the fat is having tendency to hinder microbial growth, and these are having longer shelf life. Traditional frozen products, kulfi is most popular among it, and microbial growth is controlled by freezing process and low temperature storage. Cereal based products, the examples are such as kheer, halwasan, payasam. Cereal protein is deficient in lysine, and milk protein is rich in lysine. Combination of milk protein and cereal protein yields almost perfect protein. So these sweets are popular as state specific, like in West Bengal. Rasgulla is popular and the key ingredient is chana. In Gujarat, Basundi is popular and it's made using sweetened dense milk and flavored with saffron and dry fruits. In Odisha, chana podo is popular and the base ingredient is chana. In Manipur, the black rice kheer is prepared on auspicious occasions and black rice is added in milk to make the chakao kheer. Various brands of traditional Indian dairy products are available in market, like Amul is having Basundi, Rasgulla, Gulab Jamun, Shrikhand, Rabri, Rasmalai, Peda. Sir, that PPT is not sharing still?
No, sir. Ma'am, there is a little bit problem. I will share within 5 minutes. Please carry on.
I will carry on. Okay. So, like in Kerala, the Milma cooperative is making various traditional sweets. In Haldiram, as all aware about Haldiram brand, and they are eating Rasgulla, Gulab Jamun of Haldiram brand. Verka sweets in Punjab, they are making Barfi, Peda, cake. Heritage, Hyderabad. So they are also making some traditional Indian dairy products. So many instant Gulab Jamun are available, and we can make products by using these at home. Like this chana powder is available for making the rasgulla. Other instant mix like kheer, rasmalai, firni, rabdi, basundi are available in market. But still, during lockdown, we faced the problem of getting sweets, as the milk collection was difficult and due to the transportation problem. And we are mostly dependent on the halwai shops for sweets, and they may be of inferior quality and there may be the adulteration chances. So there are several news also by dairy industry that during COVID-19 there is a dip in demand and dip in procurement prices also, and 50% of dairy industry revenue comes out from the home sales, which have completely come to a halt. And cooperatives like GCMMF, Karnataka, Mahananda, they are buying the extra milk just to help the farmers. The NDDB chairman Dilip Rathi also said that we are procuring extra milk just to protect the interest of millions of dairy farmers. And Shri R.S. Sodhi, MD of GCMMF, said that initially there was 30% drop and now it's settled to 10 to 12%. Sir, next, I had covered so many slides.
Okay. Please. Heat acid is completed?
Yes, sir. These also covered. Yes, sir. Just this slide. Next one. Next. This one.
Okay, sir.
So MD of GCMF said that due to COVID-19, there is a drop in demand of ice cream, milkshake, lassi, etc. and other products. Next, the Creamline Dairy CEO also said that 50 to 60% of annual turnover of ice creams comes during the month of March to May, and due to the corona fear, people are not buying this. And Chairman of Parag Milk, Mr. Devendra Shah, also said that milk consumption has declined due to the closure of hotels, restaurants, and catering business. And the impact of COVID-19 on dairy industry, the export of dairy products may get reduced, and the major dairy products exported are skim milk powder, whole milk powder, flavored milk, ghee. So now the dairy industry will need to concentrate on traditional Indian dairy products. COVID-19 and its effect on traditional Indian dairy products. Less availability due to the limited shelf life, and the export is also reduced, like gulab jamun, shrikhand, paneer and other products. So it's already said that let's the food be the medicine and medicine be the foods. So if we will incorporate herbs and spices into traditional Indian dairy products, so they will not only will do the value addition in products, we will not do, and they will improve the immunity also, like herbs and spices, tulsi, ginger, turmeric, clove, pepper, cinnamon, aloe vera, and many more. Tulsi is cultivated for religious and medicinal purpose, and the composition, it's having 71% eugenol, 83 milligram per 100 gram ascorbic acid, and tulsi is having several health benefits, like having antimicrobial, anti-diabetic, anti-carcinogenic, anti-allergic, and many more other health properties. These were already reported. Turmeric, the yellow color is due to the three major pigments: curcumin, dimethoxycurcumin, and bismethoxycurcumin. All these curcuminoids are having antioxidant activities, and these pigments can be used as a coloring and flavoring agent in food industry as a substitute for synthetic dye like tartrazine. And more than 100 components have been isolated from turmeric. If you will see the composition of turmeric, the curcumin one is accounted 94%. So turmeric is also having several health benefits like anti-arthritis, anti-Alzheimer, anti-Parkinson, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-HIV. These health benefits we can get from turmeric. Ginger, it can be processed into volatile oil, powder. We can incorporate it into beverages, health supplements, or in various other products. The phytoconstituents of ginger is gingerols, borninol, camphene, and others. So ginger is also having several health benefits like stimulate blood circulation, prevents increase in cholesterol level, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-carcinogenic, and used as a post-operative anti-emetic. Clove, it's a spice, and clove oil can be used as a preservative, colorant, or spice in food products. The phytoconstituents of clove are eugenol, phenolics, flavonoids, and others. So several health benefits of cloves have been reported, like clove oil exhibit antimicrobial activities against a wide range of pathogenic microorganisms. Clove oil is widely used as a condiment. It helps in relieve asthma and allergy. Clove reduces blood pressure, serum sodium, and increases potassium level. Clove reported a drop of clove oil is 400 times powerful as an antioxidant when compared with wolfberries and blueberries. So these herbs and spices were incorporated by several researchers in traditional Indian dairy products, like in Misti Dahi, tulsi and cinnamon were tried, and they found that herbal extract were used at the rate of 1% separately and 0.5% in combination with highest overall acceptability. Similarly, if dairy beverage was prepared by using carrot juice, beetroot juice, sugar, and cardamom. So we can get natural color and flavor by natural ingredient itself, as well as the other nutritional health benefits. So the ginger was tried in ice cream, and at 4% was found best. So, herbal kulfi was also prepared by using ginger juice, clove juice, and tulsi juice. So, the best combination obtained by adding tulsi juice 2.5%, ginger juice 2%, and clove juice 4%. And this herbal kulfi was with no addition of color and flavor in this product. So we can get the best product by using these herbs and spices without the addition of any artificial color or flavor or chemicals. So these herbs and spices incorporation were tried in several dairy products like in herbal milk, tulsi, ginger and turmeric, in ice cream processed amla, in herbal ice lollies with tulsi paste. Probiotic beverage was prepared using whey and aloe vera juice. Dietetic herbal flavored milk was prepared using aloe vera. These products were also, next slide, these products were also incorporated into traditional Indian dairy products. These spices like Shrikhand was prepared with using basil extract. In Shrikhand was prepared in cardamom and saffron, and several herbs were tried into sandesh. Kulfi was prepared with using ginger extract, and by incorporating herbs and spices, we can improve the immunity. They can act as a natural preservative also, natural colorant and flavors. And industries should launch already developed herbs and spices containing traditional dairy products, and they should fund like these related research. Role of researchers, they should standardize the process for manufacture of different traditional Indian dairy products, and engineers process re-engineering for mass production, shelf life extension and development of more instant mix, those which are not available in market, because these can be prepared by everyone at home. And role of engineers, they should develop the machines for mass production, machines for continuous production of different products, because due to COVID-19 all are fear of that social distancing we have to maintain. So if the automation takes place, we can solve this issue. We have to give training to farmers and women for small scale production and easy availability of these products during crisis, and it will generate the self business also for these people. So we can teach them some products like preparation of paneer. First we will take buffalo milk, standardize it to fat to 5.8% and SNF 9.5%, heating to 90 degrees Celsius, cooling to 70 degrees Celsius. Then we will add citric acid solution 1%, then coagulate it, and at the pH 5.3 whey was removed and transferred curd into hoop, then pressed, and that cheese block is dipped in chilled water at 4 degree, cutting and slicing, and then paneer packing. So similarly, we can give training to how to prepare chhena, from chhena how to prepare rasgulla, and kalakan can also be prepared easily at home. Like this rabri, we can prepare at small scale and large scale also by using scrapped surface heat exchanger. So outcome of this by herbs and spice incorporation, value added traditional dairy products, we can get these will improve the immunity, and these are healthy, tasty and nutritious sweets, and it will generate entrepreneurship to farmers, and this idea will help in making Atmanirbhar Bharat by generating small scale business. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thanks for sharing a wonderful presentation with us on impact of COVID-19 on traditional Indian dairy product, as well as herbal products will boost the immunity. So now I call to the
Thank you,
engineer
sir.
A.V. Dhotre sir. Sir, am I audible to you, Dhotre sir?
Yes.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Please welcome for the session. I will hand over. I will not take that much time. I will hand over the session to you. Carry on, sir. Carry on, sir.
Yes.
You are visible.
So, very good afternoon to all of you.
and I heartily welcome you all for my presentation on this refractors window drying. Before I start, I expect your consideration for the hassle that caused quite some minutes back.
No problem, sir. Welcome, sir.
So at the onset, I would like to cordially thank Parul University, particularly Dr. Vijay Kede, who has extended this invitation and shared the opportunity to share my thoughts on this topic in this particular situation. So dear friends, as we all know, what we are currently going through. So it is a pandemic in this century. It's called COVID-19, and India is continuously facing this, and number of cases are daily increasing. All these things have been discussed by my previous speakers, and these are day-to-day discussion. These are a part of day-to-day discussion on every social media or be it channel, news channel. So I won't go much detail into that, and I would like to come to the topic. So, dear friends, most of you may be knowing that India ranks first in milk production, and many of you may be knowing that India ranks second in fruits and vegetable production in the world. But 50% of the fruits and vegetable produced in India is wasted in harvesting, distribution, storage, and retail distribution. So whatever our daily requirement of fruits and vegetable is there in diet, that was being made satisfactorily, though not to a very great extent, but it was satisfactorily being made with the remaining 50% of the fruits and vegetable production till March 2020. Now, the lockdown since March 20 was a rampant wastage of the fruits and vegetable that were harvested, and some of were in the stage of harvestation. And this wastage is continuously going on still also. Now, in recent week, government has been compelled to relax the lockdown due to financial crunch. But the COVID-19 cases are still on continuous rise. And friends, like I personally talking, I fear that the imposition of strict lockdown will become inevitable after few months if the pandemic continues to progress with the same trend. It should not happen, we should pray, but we can't take it granted. And therefore, we should be prepared for the worst case scenario. Now, what should we do? We should be prepared as a food technologists, as a dairy and food entrepreneurs. We should be ready to prevent that wastage of food that has been occurring, so that it can be preserved and it can be utilized in the subsequent difficult times to come. We know that the best way of preservation of food, be it milk or be it fruits and vegetable, is the drying. It is undoubtedly the best way. And there are different methods of drying. Among those, tray drying is usually used to preserve intact fruits and vegetables, and spray drying is used to dry the slurries and puree, the fruits and vegetable in the form of slurries and puree to powders. No, both these methods have their own inherent disadvantages. There is a third aspect. First aspect is the need to preserve the fruits and vegetables. So, second aspect is the available drying techniques and methods and their disadvantages. The third aspect is is the recent announcement of stimulus package by the government, and in that package the major focus has been given to micro, small and medium scale enterprises. There are different kinds of incentives and subsidies, not exactly in the form of subsidies, but incentives and promotions for medium, micro and small enterprises. So at this dry junction, I find This refractance window drying technique a strong idea for research, development, and new enterprises to come out. So let us start with the PPT. Mr. Kede, Dr. Kede, am I visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your PPT also.